filming in India is just the most inspiring thing on so many levels. It's kind of chaotic and full of energy, and the logistic challenges of shooting in India are certainly something that required a team that was absolutely switched on 100% of the time, and often solutions that we would have to problems would have to be kind of reinvented in the moment, and there needed to be a willingness to adapt to whatever circumstances happened, and often things would change, and we would have to evolve the approach as we went, and also really stick to what we wanted in the essence of things, like make sure that in things evolving and changing that we didn't lose the whole essence of what we were trying to go for in the first place. We had a fantastic local team, also from Calcutta but also from Bombay, and probably about 8 or 9 Australian heads of department who travelled over to the city to be a part of the team. So at some points there was about 120 odd people in our team all up. So it was just an amazing experience working with these very accomplished, quite senior creatives and technicians from both countries, and figuring out a rhythm that was going to work for both of us. I mean, one of the things I underestimated when I went to India is how accomplished they are as an industry. I mean, they make something like 2,000 films a year in India, and Australia barely make that, here we make maybe 25 films a year. So not to say that our technicians and our creatives aren't world class, but certainly the rhythm and the approach to filmmaking process is very different. So it was working out how to communicate ideas, traverse through sometimes 5 languages spoken on set, and work out a way for us all to understand what kind of story we were trying to tell. I guess I haven't really thought about it from the point of view of being a woman. For some reason I don't see myself as being a woman in a kind of, as a deficit. And I understand that there is kind of sexism in the industry, and that it is difficult for women to get ahead sometimes, particularly in leadership roles like directing. For some reason, maybe because director is kind of the helm of the film, and once you know what you're trying to do with your craft and you've got the respect of your team, which needs to be earned, people seem to listen to you. And in India, I had such a wonderful team who were so accommodating and so collaborative that I really didn't have any problems on that level, particularly not in terms of a gender thing. People would listen to my ideas and be sort of anxious to listen and to accommodate, and it was very inspiring from my point of view to be able to make a film with fellow artists, and hopefully that reflects in the film. It was important for the casting of the character of Ben that he had the quality of kind of being a man-child, that he was in some ways the lesser part of the relationship, and that I could find a character, an actor who could play low status, could both be able to do this kind of particular character and be able to take it on a journey where he would transform. It's important for the character of Ben that he was kind of like a man-child, that he had a quality about him where he was the lower status in the relationship, he was the lesser part of the relationship, but through the journey of the film we see him step up to the plate as a man and as a father. And so really finding someone who could play that role and do justice to that was a real challenge, and being able to meet with Joel and talk about the role and see that not only is he such a great actor and has such a broad range of skills as an actor, but he's also so funny and so likeable, and he brings these qualities to the role, and also he's such a great musician, he can play guitar and sing, so that was kind of like the clincher for me when going through that process. Isabel Lucas is such an inspiring young actress. I mean, not only is she a beautiful person inside and out, but she's also got such a strong connection to her beliefs. And I think it was like 5 minutes after she arrived in Calcutta, she was telling me she was off to Steve Waugh's orphanage in 2 hours out of Calcutta, and she wanted to do that, and off she went, and then she came back and she told me all about it. And I was just thinking, it takes a very rare person to think about other people, you know, particularly when you're in the limelight. It's very easy to make it all about yourself and everything that's happening to you and, oh my God, I'm so gorgeous. But she's really not like that. She's very down to earth and really cares about the planet and cares about other people. And I think that also reflects in the way she approaches the work and how she is as an artist.